guys, so this next section we're going to talk about, guys and gals, by the way. Um, in this next section, we're going to talk about call tracking and recording, really the power of that. Call tracking's a lot like really just understanding the flow of your business. If you just have leads and you just have phone calls, you kind of only have two dimensions of your business. Well, I got 17 phone calls and 14 web forms. I mean, that's all you have. But with call tracking, ooh, things get a little crazy. We use a platform called Invoca, which is extremely enterprise level, probably a bit more than we need. However, as this intro video is going to show you, I want to tell you what this technology allowed Heavenly Greens to do a few years back, about 5 years back actually. And we'll just get to it here in a second. But this is the power of call tracking.
You've worked hard to collect data from every leg of the digital buying journey, from search engines, digital ads, websites, and product pages. But when the customer leaves your website and picks up the phone, the trail goes cold. These conversations are when customers literally tell you what they want and how to make them happy. It's the most valuable data of all. Invoca unlocks this data, giving you a complete view of the buying journey and showing you the exact path to drive revenue. Here's how. Invoca captures critical data from every sales call that comes into your contact center and business locations. So now you can see which web page they're calling from and which campaign led them there. You can see and hear the actual conversations too, with searchable transcripts and audio recordings.
Seeing and hearing these calls lets you know whether or not your call center or the people answering your phones or your sales rep who's getting the phones or whoever is answering the phones is actually answering the phones correctly, being professional, being polite, being engaging. Super powerful. We monitor it here and we, send out the recorded message to the call center team, and we don't name anybody. Actually, now that I think about it, we don't have to because they know who's on that call. Is it group embarrassment? Anyway, back to the video.
So you can understand why people are reaching out in the first place, the problems they're having, how agents are responding, even the words and offers that led to conversions. And with our AI-powered conversation intelligence, you won't just get these insights from some calls, but across all of them, no matter where they're coming from or where they're going. And that's just the beginning. Invoca then plugs that call data into everything else you know from the digital journey, so you get a complete picture of what engages customers and ultimately drives sales. Now your marketing team gets a truly end-to-end view of campaign performance. So instead of just seeing which ads or keywords drive calls, they'll see which ones are pushing leads across the finish line. Your e-commerce team.
So it goes into e-commerce and some other things, but that AI thing that they just mentioned in the video, we use that technology to this technology listens to all of the phone calls, bubbles up the conversations into they call them some sort of cloud, but they turn into cloud bubbles. And what we discovered was a massive bubble over here. We were getting phone calls from non-Heavenly Greens customers who wanted services. They were looking for somebody to come and do a turf tune-up. They were looking for dog cleanups. That we figured out we didn't want to do much after we sent a few of our guys out there for that. But putting green tune-ups. We ended up creating a whole service department. Let me actually show you really quick what happened. And it was all because of using this technology and call tracking to give us an idea of different services that we could offer. So we created an entire maintenance division. So now our division produces close to $250,000 in revenue every year. These are actual paid for services that we have developed as a result of iterating on this department, but leveraging the technology that was available through call tracking. Also, another great thing about call tracking is you're able to see where these phone calls have come from, right? They're, for us, we don't service all out here, but we see where the majority of our calls have come from: online phone calls, print. We're not really running TV ads right now. But check this out. Look at our appointment conversion numbers. So if you look here, you can see 440 calls came through and we set 8 5% of those calls, which isn't huge, but we can look at that data, which is pretty powerful to be able to know what the conversions are. Pretty awesome. Here is another 8% of organic. Here's 28% of a magazine. Cost per click is 10%, and direct phone calls are 9%. Right now I'm filming this in January, second week of January. I wouldn't expect those numbers to be that way. However, on aggregate, when we look at all of our data across conversion metrics, we know that we on average convert a phone call to an appointment at about 85-86%. We've had a high water mark as high as 91%, I think, one year we're able to do. Two big important reasons that's happening. A couple modules back, we talked about the buyer's journey, talked about content into the buyer's journey, top, middle, bottom of the funnel. These people have gone through our funnel. These people have gone through our content. They are ready for us to come out and give them a quote. That's why those numbers are so high. They'll be a lot higher if I wasn't filming this in January. All right, hope that makes sense. One more thing here. Let's show you another powerful thing about dynamic call tracking and recording. You can listen to these calls.
This call may be recorded.
Thank you for calling Him and the Greens. This is John. Can I help you?
Hi, John. I was calling to see if you guys offer free estimates.
We do. What city are you in?
So boom, John's gonna go ahead and book that call. So that's how we're able to track the appointment set, because it's a keyword in our AI. Pretty cool. Let's go to the next one.